going on, fight fans? Hey, this is Coach D, the Wild Man, coming at you again with another episode of Coach D Media. Now, you know I do with Coach D Media. I talk about all things combat sports related, from the highs to the lows. All right, let's go ahead and get back into it. Today, we're going to talk about Jake Paul and Dana White. So, by now, we've already seen Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson, and we've already seen John Jones take on Stipe, right? So, two big promotions having shows almost back to back. Which one was bigger? Which one was better, right? That's kind of the question we can start asking now. Will Jake Paul be a bigger promoter than Dana White in the long haul? Will he simply just outdo him in numbers and entertainment? Because looks like Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson did huge numbers. Now, granted, it was on Netflix, so it wasn't a pay-per-view, but it's not about the pay-per-view, it's about the engagement. The engagement is worth millions, depending on how big, could be billions. All right, so let's go ahead and break it down. So, we have to accept that Jake Paul knows what he's doing, all right? He simply just does, right? He's coming up in a different era of engagement. We can't look at him as a sports promoter. He is not a sports promoter. Do you understand that? He is not. He is sports entertainment. Dana White is a sports promoter who's trying to put a layer of entertainment on top of it. Dana White still cares about the sport to a certain degree. He wants good fights, right? But he has to balance it out with entertainment. There's got to be shit talking. There's got to be stories. There's got to be conflict. There's got to be the good guy versus the heel. There's got to be all that, right? Jake Paul knew that going in. He knew how to engage the fans early. That's why he's self-made as a YouTuber and content creator and all that. He built his audience first. Then he got on the scene and became Jake Paul the boxer, right? But what he's done is mastered the position of being the heel. He is the heel that everybody wants to be, right? He's taking all the cues from WWE, from the UFC, and put it all together and put his spin on it, and he's got it into sports. Some of the biggest promoters in the world, like Don King laid the blueprint of how to be the heel, how to be the bad guy, how to be the guy that everybody wanted to take down. Then here comes Vince McMahon as being the heel, how everybody wants to be the guy that wants to take him down, okay? Then you got Dana White. Dana White teeters on being the righteous guy that's good for the sport. Like him or hate him, he wants to be the guy that's good for the sport, all right? But he's done just as much evil as Don King and Vince McMahon, right? Jake Paul is just riding on that wave. He's the next generation of promoters, right? But he's being the face of the bad guy. He go, can you beat me? Right? I'm going to talk about shit. I'm going to make you dislike me. I'm going to make you buy a ticket to see if you can beat me. So he picks one of the biggest beaters of all time to be his opponent, which is Mike Tyson, right? Mike Tyson has knocked out damn near everybody, and he's a killer of men. He is the perfect guy to take down Jake Paul, right? So, of course, everybody's involved. Everybody's going to want to see it. You put it on Netflix, which is already a big platform. Now, they did a shitty job, but it's the biggest platform, right? Broke crazy numbers. So let's take away pay-per-view. Not pay-per-view. Let's take away the streaming aspect of it, it being live on TV, right? On a streaming network. Jake Paul still did 70,000 in ticket sales, right? It was a packed arena in New York or wherever it was, right? He still packed the house with ticket sales, and they were paying pretty good money for tickets. So he still did it. Even though the streaming side sucked, he still sold an arena 70,000 ain't nothing to sneeze at. The numbers look good. I forgot to put them down, but across the board, he did it, right? So it's obvious Jake Paul knows what he's doing, right? And he's not caring about the sport of it all. He cares about sports entertainment a la Vince McMahon. He knows the Vince McMahon way of doing stuff is way bigger than the Dana White way of doing stuff, where you want all the entertainment, but you better have a good fight. He had good fights on there, don't get me wrong, but what sold it was him versus Mike Tyson. We all know it. It was an exhibition match. We knew that going in, but Jake Paul and Mike Tyson was able to sell it so good that you thought it was real. We got so many daggone people on social media mad because Jake Paul won, and they saying Mike Tyson was too old to get in the ring. Mike Tyson should have beat him. Mike Tyson's contract said you can't knock Jake Paul out, and you got to go 8 rounds if you want $20 million. That's in the contract because it was a daggone exhibition match. It wasn't real, or it wouldn't have got sanctioned. Mike Tyson is clearly just too old. It wouldn't have got sanctioned, but an exhibition you could do all day. And if you know how to do it right, you can sell it as something real, which is what Jake Paul did and Mike Tyson did, right? That's how good of a job they did, because everybody was up in arms and everybody spoke about it as, oh, Mike Tyson, this. He wasn't supposed to, people. He wasn't supposed to. That's the whole point of this all. Jake Paul has gotten sports entertainment on lock. Dana White is in trouble down the line because the new fans that are coming up aren't hardcore fans, right? As the fans that came up with Dana White and WWE and all that, you know, the hardcore ride or die fans, we're getting older, okay? And we're giving birth to the new generation who don't care. They just want constant entertainment 24/7. They don't care who wins or loses, right? Even Dana White, when talking about Michael Chandler, he says everybody likes him whether he wins or loses. That means no one's caring about the rankings or the sport. They just want to be entertained by an entertaining fighter, whether they win or lose. Mike Tyson didn't have to win to entertain you. Jake Paul didn't have to lose for you to be entertained. You just had to be entertained, and you bought a ticket and you tuned in to almost to where they crashed Netflix. Do you get what I'm saying, people? Jake Paul knew what he was doing. He is becoming a real threat to sports because he's taking the sport of it all away and building around entertainment, which is dangerous because it lessens the sport of it all, where you don't have to be good in order to get paid, right? All you got to do is pick a winner and a loser and make it work. Now he has his own betting site where he can place odds on the other fights outside of the exhibition. Even the exhibition has some betting odds on it. He knows what he's doing now. He's covering all the bases. Not only is he's becoming a very good promoter, he knows how to play the part. He knows how to get people engaged. He knows how to get people to tune in. He now have a platform to work with, and he has a betting company to where he can take in money on the bets. He's covering all aspects of becoming a way better promoter than Dana White down the line for the new generation of fans who simply wants entertainment when they want it. They'll pay for it. They'll pay big bucks for it, right? That's all it is, fight fans. That's all it is. I don't know what you was expecting. And let's talk about John Jones. John Jones did a great job beating Stipe. Picked him apart, wore his ass out, and finished him. So Stipe can retire, which is probably what he wanted to do before the promotion even picked him. He hadn't fought almost as long as John Jones, right? There's nobody left for John Jones to fight. John Jones ain't really trying to carry the heavyweight division for 2 months longer, right? So once he gets all he can, he made $15 million out of this fight or whatever. he gonna probably want one more major fight, right? That's probably against Pereira, and then after that, he's gone. He is gone because he sees what's coming. The Jake Paul era is coming. Their way of sports entertainment is coming, where winning don't matter. It's entertainment first, right? So all the hardcore sports that believe in the sport of it all are going to be in a flux, because you're gonna have to raise the level of entertainment in order for you to get paid real money. If you're not entertaining and exciting and got all kind of stuff going on, John Jones is the perfect candidate because he already got shit going on, and he's a great fighter. But he's the last of that breed, where Dana White can say Michael Chandler can be here as long as he wants to be here. Don't matter how many times he loses. That would never have rolled 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Probably more like 5 years ago, because we only 20-something years old. 5 years ago, if you had a severely losing record, you were gone. Now, as long as you're entertaining, you can stay. You see what I'm saying? Rankings be damned. Don't nobody give a fuck about rankings no more. Can you entertain the crowd, put butts in the seats for this new generation of fan that wants to be entertained? They can give an F. They're not looking at stats. They ain't really care who win. And was it a good, entertaining thing to watch? So I'm not watching YouTube or Instagram or TikTok. See what we're up against, fight fans? We got to change the game, or it's a wrap. Jake Paul is here to stay. He did too good. He's here to stay. Like him or hate him, he knows what he's doing. All right, this is Coach D, doing what I'm doing, calling it like I see it, talking my share of shit. To hear from me again, peace out.